Welcome back to the altars. Now, as you can see, there's no save thing here, so I'm just picking up where I left off after doing a little bit of fiddling with the audio. So let's just get right back into the game and yeah. Okay, so we need to go out to the outpost because we need to mine some organic matter. Poof on over there. We need 180, we have 156, 170, it's on the low. There we go. Provisions needed, so we can zip on back to the bay. I don't know what I did there. I don't know if you saw what I saw, but screen turned black for a second. We need to build a kitchen. That one is 5 as well. Put that there, move the captain's cabin there, move the kitchen there. Then we need to make some food. We need to prepare 6 mush meals. Consume 1 meal each day, and they can be prepared in the kitchen. There's a lot of stuff in here. Fast travel, how pylons work, how scanning works, how organics deposits works, moving and removing modules, tiredness versus exhaustion. Still doesn't explain that radioactive icon. Crafting items, base building. In the database, we have 3 new entries. Providing food. Depending on the circumstances, the evacuation procedure of the SEBA base can take up to several days. Proper nutrition of your crew during that time is essential. Gee, no shit, Sherlock. Food supplies can be prepared in the kitchen module. If food shortages are detected, the evacuation procedure will be assessed as too risky and the quantum computer will prohibit its initiation. Rapidium. Now, what is Rapidium? First discovered accidentally by an Ally Corp near space exploration vessel on the H-42 Hermes asteroid passing Earth, Rapidium revolutionized the way we think about accelerated growth. Called by its enthusiasts the time-traveling element or the savior element, it emits a unique type of radiation, COXY, which can transfer raw energy directly into the mitochondria of organic cells, projecting matter into versions of its future self within hours instead of years. Okay. Why are we exploring the most distant corners of space to find it? The answer seems obvious. Multiple research confirms that the potential of Rapidium is almost limitless when it comes to infusing life to crops, even in the most challenging climate conditions, while reducing the time and resources needed to grow them practically to zero. The implications are immeasurable. Finding and collecting a substantial amount of Rapidium will allow for the restoration of agriculture on Earth, putting an end to the global catastrophe of hunger. Ever since making this groundbreaking discovery, Ally Corp has become fully committed to bringing the savior element to Earth and makes continuous efforts to invest both in accelerated growth and space mining technologies. Always proudly at the forefront of striving for the future of humanity, never falling back. Sounds like nothing can go wrong here. Organics, please ensure that the SEBA base has enough fuel for the upcoming journey. In case of fuel shortages, locate and harvest organics on the surface of your planet. Blue smoke is a characteristic indicator of organic deposits, and if fuel shortages are detected, the evacuation procedure will be assessed as to blah blah blah. We already read that. Okay, so kitchen, food. We need to make 6 of these. We have to cook. So we basically spent most of the day mining organics and cooking them. Right, well, we need to go to the command center and start the engines then. Test engine.
Whoa, what just happened? Come on, don't do this to me now.
Turn the lever in the machinery. Well, as long as it's not the wrong lever.
That's sorted. Let's give it another go.
Okay. Let's go back and turn the machine on.
What? Not again.
Didn't seem to go too well. That definitely didn't go too well.
You have got to be kidding me. Just my luck to be stuck in a junkyard.
A little bit angry, isn't he? Well, if I was stuck on a planet all by myself, I probably would be more than angry.
Hey, you still there? I really need your help. I can't get out of here. I did everything according to the manual, but there's a malfunction I can't fix. I just don't know how.
Repeat, Xavier. Check data consistency and QC modules.
I have access to QC.
Only the captain has access codes to the quantum computer.
Access granted.
Man, that was easy.
Yep. So, quantum computer. Oh, that's on the top, actually.
What is this? Mine records. What's going on?
This is where the game gets a bit trippy.
Wait. I recognize this. It's my life.
Distant memories. Childhood memories, fuzzy and distant. In the mining town you grew up in, rows of similar apartment blocks, the local grocery store Mum worked in, and the playground where you spent more time than at home. Then we get to a family like many others. A family like many others down here. Your father coming late from work in the mine, usually drunk, always pissed off. Your mother doing her best to keep the family together. Your constant desire to run away, to get out of that place and never come back. 15 years old, turning a blind eye. Another shitty day at school, taking the longer route home. Hey, what's that fight about? The girl shouts for help. She's looking straight at you. You should intervene, but the fear. Nah, better not get involved. Run back home. One day you'll get out of here. You'll have to. 16 years old. The need to escape. It's so hard to study for exams when your dad's yelling behind the door. Mom doesn't have the strength to fight anymore. Something's wrong with her. She's weaker, more passive. You know you should do your best to support her, but being home is just unbearable. You count the great days to graduation, hoping those exams go well. 19 years old. At the crossroads. You open the envelope with trembling hands. It's a good college, and it's close to home. You could visit Mum regularly and get a good education. Tear the paper and see the results. No, not good enough. The only place that wants you is hundreds of miles away. You'd have to leave Mum alone with him. Still 19 years old, going away. You promised yourself you'd get out of there. You have to keep that promise, and you can't waste your life. It's not something she'd want, and you can still visit her. A little less often, maybe, but you can. You will visit her. 21 years old. Your place far from home. It's been months since you've been home, but you can't miss the post-exam party. All your friends will be celebrating, and their company makes you feel good, like you've found your place. You really want to spend the entire day on the train, only to see Mum for a couple of hours before she goes to bed early, and all you'll be left with is a constantly drunk oaf of a father. 22 years old, working abroad. You look at the letter. It's tempting, working abroad for 2 months. You could earn enough to support yourself for the whole semester. You could ditch those lousy part-time jobs and focus on studying. It is tempting, and you could send home some money to Mum. She needs it for her treatment. 23 years old. Too late to say goodbye. You missed it. The moment she collapsed, the ambulance taking her to the hospital. It all went so fast. You missed the opportunity to talk to her when she was still conscious. You're back home now, but what difference does it make? You fucked up. It's too late to say goodbye. Still 23 years old? Carry on for her. You failed her, but what could you have done? Stayed behind in that miserable place? To become bitter and dead inside? Be like Dad? The sense of guilt holds you by the throat. What if you ran away from it all? Ditched college? Made a fresh start? Forgot? But wouldn't that be giving up again? No. Mum would want you to get on with your studies. Get a good job. You have to carry on for her. 24 years old. It's different with her. Your heart pounds at the thought of this evening. You never thought someone like Lena would want to hang out with you. Slow down, it's only a project. Maybe you should have got something better than beer. You could have bought wine, but wouldn't that seem like you're hitting on her? You're only teaming up for a project, but she's so different from anyone else you've ever hooked up with, and she likes you. You can see she likes you. Still 24 years old. Am I good enough? This is it. She's moved in, but is your cheap little rented apartment good enough for her? Her parents would hate it, you know they would. And she knows it too. Is that why she doesn't talk to them anymore? She's ashamed of you, is she? Whatever they think of you, you're gonna prove them wrong. Work hard and give Lena the good life she deserves. 25 years old. New opportunities. Hard work pays off, right? You can be proud of yourself. A diploma with honors and that offer, a PhD. It's tempting as hell. But the salary, how much longer are you going to be a broke ass for Lena? Ugh, we'll think about it later. Time to celebrate now. 26 years old. Better prospects. It was a tough conversation, but you handled it well. The professor understood your motives. Working for a private company that gives you better prospects, and you'll finally be able to move out of that dorm. Take Lena for a proper holiday. Yeah, it was a good decision. 27 years old. The purgatory of 9 to 5. On the subway again. Damn, you hate that crowd, day in, day out. Maybe you could take the later train and stay longer at work? Your boss would never agree to that. Punctuality is all that matters to him. Not what you actually do. Sometimes you feel that all he needs you to do is punch your card. And for what? Pushing papers and pretending to get things done? Someone pushes you as you try to take a seat. Man, Monday mornings are the worst. 28 years old. A dream house. Your face beams as you exit the bank, hand in hand with Lena. Finally. Signing the mortgage papers was easier than you expected. Maybe it was worth putting up with that idiot of a boss for 2 years to get to this place. A dream house. Lena has so many ideas for decorating it. If you hurry, maybe you can even get it ready for Christmas. You'd love to see her parents' faces when they see it. Yeah, you should convince her to invite them over. 30 years old. The crisis hit. No, this can't be true. Not now. You stare at the screen blankly. You heard about the crash on the stock exchange. You heard everyone talk about a worldwide crisis approaching, but you? Laid off? How will you ever tell Lena about it? What about your plans for Christmas? Still 30 years old. A busy night. Red lights. You close your eyes and listen to the city traffic. Damn radio. All they know are Christmas songs at this time of year. You don't want to be reminded of that, not when you're sitting behind the wheel of a leased cab. It's almost 6 o'clock. You promised Lena you'd be back for Christmas Eve by 5, but it's a busy night and people leave bigger tips on Christmas. 31 years old. Back to square one. You listen as Lena talks excitedly. She really wants to take that offer. Move abroad, sell the house, but for how much? It would hardly be enough to pay off the bank with a soaring rate of interest, and what about you? It's hard to find a decent job at home, let alone in a foreign country. After all your efforts to make ends meet, it would feel like going back to square one. Damn. Just wish she didn't want it so bad. Still 31 years old, holding on. You're wondering if she really is okay with the decision to stay. Maybe you should have said yes. But how could you? It was a crazy idea in your situation. You need to prove it to her. That it was the only sensible choice. You need to get your shit together. Give her a better life here. Maybe find a second job? 32 years old. Falling apart. Damn. It's getting on your nerves. Why doesn't she just tell you it's all your fault those bills are piling up? As if you weren't working hard enough. And why does she make such a big deal of a few drinks before you hit the sack? You deserve to unwind after a 12-hour-long day of work. 33 years old. Drowning sorrows. You look down at another bottle and the wedding ring she gave back to you. A job at Ally Corp. Freedom. Finally she's got it. A new, better life without you. All you could ever do was hold her down. Look at yourself, drowning your sorrows in a bar. You're everything you promised yourself you'd never be. Where the hell did you fuck it all up? 34 years old. A way out. You toss and turn in your bed. You can't stop thinking about that Ally Corp poster. Help us make a change. A space mining mission in search of that mysterious substance, Rapidium. It's a long shot, but it says you don't need any professional experience, and you know you need a change. You haven't managed to stick to one job for more than several months. Nothing makes you happy, and you're stuck. What if it is a way out? 35 years old. Project Dolly. You enter the spaceship with a tingling of anxiety and excitement. You're going to space. Far away from here, just like you always wanted. Far away from your problems. You'll think about them later, or maybe they'll be gone by the time you get back. And that's the final memory. Now, if you're wondering why I'm reading this, because the reason is it is relevant. You'll see later on.
How did they get it, and what for? Okay. I checked the quantum computer.
What next?
What do you want with it?
Initiate breaching procedure.
What does it do?
Branching? What exactly will be branching?
This is you.
What?
You what? Is that your whole answer?
Create the alters.
Alter what?
Alter? Alter what?
Your life.
Okay.
My life? Okay. You mean as in... Okay, wait a minute. You're not suggesting I... use Rapidium to create a... someone. And to alter their mind. That's not what you're saying, right?
Good response.
All right. How about my other options? You jerk. I don't have other options, do I?
Okay. Back to the quantum computer. And this is why it was relevant for me to read those things.
What? What is it doing? Hey, I remember that alternate life pattern. So this is what the branching is about?
Now, this branching point will give us a technician. So, the choice that Jan originally made was going away, but here is an alternative path, staying behind. You lock the door to your room and turn the music up. You are so fed up with this constant shouting. Is this what you rejected college for? Putting up with his frustration and drunkenness? You told yourself you'd take care of Mum, but he's not making it easy. Maybe next time. You should just lock the door on him. But what would Mum say? We are going to get back to this later. So we have created a technician, which is now waiting for the wake-up procedure. Hello.
Hey there. Wow. Hello. Can you hear me? What is this? Where am I?
Notice the bubbles behind his head. Relax, you're in a lab.
You're in a lab inside the SIBA unit. Your memories might be a bit fuzzy, but relax. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, I recognize the base, I think. Wait. You look funny. Ha. Oh. What was that? I wanted to laugh, but I'm like... indifferent. I think you're on some meds. What? What for? So you don't panic when you wake up. Why would I panic? I'll explain later. Right now, let's check your mental condition, okay? Do you think you can, introduce yourself? Sure. Can you?
Jan Dolsky.
Okay. My name is Jan Dolsky. Yeah, sure. You got my looks, why not use my name too? So you think you're Jan Dolsky as well? What kind of bullshit is this? What's your role on the mission? I'm a senior technician. Want to tell me what your role is? Imitating human crew members? Is this some kind of sick experiment? Because if it is, nobody warned me.
No, it's not.
It's not an experiment. This is for real. And I'm for real. So, what's going on? Well, I got stranded in this base, and, well, I needed someone to help me move it. Because it got broken. Then, okay, this is the crazy part. I learned that there's this functionality of the quantum computer on board to, well, create alternate versions of a person's life. What? Replicate a person, but with different experiences. Mind records. Man. If there's anyone in a bad mental condition in this room, it's definitely not me. The QC's only functionality is to navigate these junkets. I mean, theoretically, it could do other stuff, but such bullshit? I know. It's absurd. I thought the same, but here you are, right? Right. If I understand you correctly, you're telling me you're a alternate version of me with a different mind?
No, the other way around.
No. You're an alternate version of me. And, you said we were stranded. Yes. It's just us. Like I said, there's a malfunction in the machinery. If you don't help me fix it soon, we're both gonna die. So, wait. Let me get this straight. This is not an experiment. I'm a different version of you. And you brought me to life to help fix a malfunction because there's no one else on board. What if there was no malfunction? Where would I be?
I wouldn't wake you up.
I won't lie to you. Woke you up because I needed you. Wasn't easy for me either. At least you're up front with me. You bastard. I can see now what the meds are for. I can't even lash out at you, just this passiveness. What am I? Look, this is a lot, and we'll sort it out, I promise. But trust me, if we don't fix the machinery fast, we're gonna go in a very bad way, and you'll never get the chance to understand this properly. Experience your feelings without the meds. I don't like this kind of pressure. Well, that makes two of us. Fine. Show me the way. Unbelievable. What a screw up. A 3-year-old would have figured it out. Okay. In any other case, I'd say don't touch anything here ever again. But unfortunately, this is a two-man job. On my sign, pull that lever over there. Just don't yank it like an idiot. Pull it gently. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now. Yes! It worked! You did it. We're gonna live. Let's get one thing straight. I did what you created me for. Now stay away from me.
Core memory created. Okay, so can we start the engines now? More organics, it would seem. Let's go out and mine some more organics. And then we need to go back to bed and go out here and do it all over again. Oh well. Yeah, that clone guy, I don't think he would have been happy either. Day 4. $294. Let's just stop there and go back to the base. Seconds, please. Okay, so let's see if we can start the engines in the command center now. And collect these items.
Rid of you.
No current tasks. There you go. Open the alters tab. Alters tab allows you to check the mental and physical state of your alters. The event log on the left provides insight into recent events. Need to talk to him, and he's in the kitchen. I'm sure he'll be very friendly. Hello.
Hey there. I said, don't come near me.
I understand you're angry, but I need your help.
I get it. You're angry. I would be too. But I could really use your help. You know, if we manage to get the comms room running properly, we'd probably be able to get out of here faster. Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. I don't give a damn about your comms room. We're moving, aren't we? Now get out of my face, creep.
You do the same.
You're pissed off at me now, but deep down, we both know you do the same thing. Really? You said it yourself. We might look alike, but we're different. Like oil and water, if you ask me, and they don't mix well.
Maybe, but we're in this together.
Maybe. But you won't last long without me, just as I couldn't make it without you. In a situation like this, hiding in a trench is just plain stupid. I'll tell you what's stupid. Listening to someone who created you because he needs a fucking tool. Why don't you get yourself a repair kit and fix your own shit? I'm done doing your dirty work.
Say that he wasn't friendly was a mild understatement. Modules deteriorate over time, which makes them prone to failures. To repair the communication room, you'll need a repair kit. You can craft one in the workshop. Then we need to repair the communications room. Apparently while we're traveling, it doesn't seem to be a time thing down in the lower left corner. Lucas, huh?
Hello?
Mr. Dalsky?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Are you okay?
Far from okay.
Are you serious? I just had a choice to either die in pain or duplicate and edit myself. I'm far from okay.
It's, called branching. The duplicating and editing thing. I need to know if you pulled it off.
Really? And I need to know who I'm talking to. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, Lucas Pena, Space Traffic Control, Orbital Substation L7. Now, the branching. Did you do it?
How can you be so calm about it?
How can you be so calm about it?
We do a lot of crisis management here at STC. We need cool heads. But you reported finding Rapidium. That's exciting, actually.
Went wrong with the landing.
What the hell happened out there? What went wrong with the landing?
To be honest, I don't know. I'm still analyzing telemetry data from your flight, but it seems something went very wrong.
No kidding.
Yeah. We know there was a major system malfunction, but the reasons are unclear. It's too early to tell. We need more data.
Why did everyone die?
Do you know what killed the rest of the crew?
Looks like an oxygen leak in the landing pods. No idea why, though.
Then how come I survived?
You tell me?
You know, you're not very informative.
I don't like confusing assumptions with information, Mr. Dalsky. Conclusive evidence is more my thing.
What are the mind records?
What about the mind records? What is all that personal data doing in the base computer?
Oh, that's, The corporation needs to ensure the safety of the mission and, basically everyone. It's confidential, of course. And it kind of saved your life.
I never consented.
I don't recall consenting to it.
Well, you must have, since it's there. Maybe you didn't read your contract thoroughly? They like to put these things in fine print, you know.
Give me someone higher up?
I want to talk to someone higher up. Do you have a boss?
I might sound young, Mr. Dalsky, but I'm not here by accident.
No offense, man. I just need to know this stunt was authorized by someone.
Look, I'm on my own here at the station. But I contacted my boss, and we're good. Nothing to worry about.
Have you done this before?
Have you done this before?
That would be hard, considering there's no Rapidium on Earth.
So how did you know what would happen?
I didn't know. I anticipated the outcome based on historic data.
What historic data?
Some old research. Nothing important.
Nothing important indeed. So, you're getting me out of here.
So, you're getting me out of here, right? You know how to do it. Safely.
Sure. First thing I'll need you to do is to transport the base to a safe and accessible destination. I'll dispatch the coordinates to you. Second thing, do you think I could see this altar of yours?
Not a good idea.
That's not a good idea. He's pissed off at me, won't cooperate.
Then we have a problem. You won't manage without his help. The base needs more hands on deck. There should be a way to gain his trust. Show him you care, maybe?
I told him I wouldn't survive without him.
Yeah, that's just words. Maybe you should share something.
What? Why?
I don't know. Just a thought. My grandma used to say, sharing is caring.
Yay. Let me think. What can I share with him? My playlist?
Yeah, true. Wait, suppose it's not about what you can share with him, but what you already do.
Memories.
Of course. Memories. I wonder if he remembers things the same way I do.
Yeah. Mind records. See? You are so spooked by them, they could be a source of information.
Fine. I'll check them out, see what happens.
I'll get back to you as soon as you reach your destination. Don't worry, you're in good hands. L7 out.
Okay, so let's go back to the quantum computer and have a look at our alters memories. So that should take us up. 20 years old, standing up to him. There, you did it. Not so hard after all. He turned out to be weak, begging you to let him in. You had to be strong, assertive, and you read about it online. Shut your ears to his false promises, imagine loud music in your head, think of Mum and her safety. There, it's done. He won't be a problem anymore. 21 years old. Ups and downs. You laugh as Mum tells you a joke she heard in the doctor's waiting room. She's cooked her pierogi. Man, don't you love them. And her relaxed smiling face when she can be herself without that monster bullying her. You just wish you could find more than a part-time job to support the two of you. That prescription she brought home today is gonna cost you plenty. 22 years old. Not in his footsteps. You smile as you walk away from the mine. Dad was behind that job offer, that's for sure. Trying to clear his conscience and redeem his sins. The steady job was tempting, but you were assertive again. No way you'll owe anything to him. You'll make it on your own. You always do. 23 years old. Final goodbye. You hold back the tears when you look at her on the hospital bed. You knew this was coming, her health deteriorating fast in the last months. You just didn't want to think about it. You hate that helplessness. Damn, get your shit together, Jan. You need to be strong for her. Promise her you'll make something of yourself. Keep her smiling to the very end. Still 23 years old, fixing things. You brighten up as the engine starts. Yeah, fixing things always made you feel good, like you can really change things and make them better. Looks like going to that vocational school wasn't just a parting gift for Mum, but the best you could do for yourself. Still 23 years old, unfamiliar feeling. It feels good to become an expert on something. The boss says customers ask for you specifically and he can see you replacing him when he retires. It is a new feeling to be trusted, respected by another man, a mentor. And he's the first person you opened up to about Mum's passing. Why couldn't Dad just be like that? 24 years old. Shady business. You try not to eavesdrop, but it's the third time this month these fishy dudes are here. Talking to your boss behind closed doors. He says it's nothing, but you can see he's distracted. Doesn't look you in the eye that much, disappears for hours, leaving you in charge of the business. Is that a good thing, or should you be worried? 25 years old. Lost trust. Fake batteries? Counterfeit parts? Is that what it's all about? As your boss is being taken away by the police, you feel like an idiot for trusting him, thinking that you could open up to him, while all this time he's been lying in your face pretending to be a friend. What a fool you've been. Treat it as a lesson, Jan. The only person you can rely on is yourself. Still 25 years old. Fine on your own. Of course, it was all just a matter of time before they approached you, now that he's in jail. His words about replacing him seem so ironic now. You don't want anything to do with them, but what if you lose your job? You love that workshop. But they're criminals. No. Assertiveness, remember? Don't be scared. You can make it on your own. 26 years old. Staying strong. As you turn the paycheck around in your fingers, you think of Mum. You'd be happy to know you're finally making good money. Working in an international factory on a contract of employment. You stayed strong and made something of yourself. You'd probably be worried that you're still on your own, but that's the way you prefer it. Still 26 years old, ghosts from the past. Watching the bartender pour you another one, from the corner of your eye you catch a glimpse of a figure watching you. You turn and see it was just somebody's coat. You smile with relief. For a moment you thought it was Dad. You sip your drink and listen casually to the conversations at the tables. It's good not to have problems. 27 years old, drifting through. Your friends burst out in laughter. The jokes just keep coming to you. It is a good night and you just got your paycheck and you're buying rounds. Okay, calling these people friends is a little too much. You've only just met them, but you're having fun together, right? The girl to your left's been giving you signals. Could this be your lucky night? 30 years old. Signs of trouble. That damn crisis just had to hit when you were starting to actually enjoy life. Your whole branch is being shut down. You'll be lucky if you keep your job at all. And this damn advert just gets on your nerves. Rapidium. A magic trick to make everyone happy. Who's stupid enough to even think of going on these missions? 33 years old. Him again. You can't make up your mind. Bet safely or take the risk. Wonder who that guy is putting his money on. Wait, is that... Shit, it's him, Dad. He looks like a tramp. Of course he visits the bookie regularly. Fucking loser. Man, you just hope he doesn't recognize you. Get out of here quick and don't ever come back. You're not like him and you've got your shit together. 35 years old. Project Dolly. You look at the spaceship entrance. Only fools don't change their minds, especially if your debts are mounting. You'll be fine, you just need to make it through this mission. They respect professionals like you. You just stay strong and you'll be alright. And that was the alternate life story of the other alter that we have. I wonder, can I save the game now? I'm not sure. Now, the next is to ask the alter about the memories you share, but I think this is an excellent spot to end the episode, and we can continue that in the next one. So, if you do have any comments and or questions, then please do feel free to leave them down in the comment section. And as I mentioned in the previous episode, if you do not have any comments or questions, I would appreciate it if you or some minor sassy comment or something, just to kick the good old YouTube algorithms back into here. I can get a little bit more visibility again. Much appreciated if you... Thank you so much for joining me, and I see you all next